Father's Day is upon us, and once again, it's time to figure out what to get someone that has everything they could ever want. And well, my dad, he walks with a cane, and around Christmas, my mom asked if I could make him a cane that lights up for walking around and looking at Christmas lights. And so today, what I'm going to try and do is make this and this work together. Unlike pretty much everything else I've put on this channel, I'm starting with almost no plan here. Originally, I just got this cane that I figured I could light up, and a NeoPixel jewel from Adafruit, and I figured I could figure out some way to put this in here. So I may poke around at that idea, 3D print a few things, see what I can do. But then I realized that there are these battle sabers that use something called a Xenopixel. And these use the same NeoPixel technology that's in this jewel. So I have a couple of options I can do here. So option one, and this is highly dependent on what I can get shipped in time, is get a blade that's about that long. So this came with a 36-inch blade. For a rough cane length, I needed the 28-inch blade, so I have that on order. So I'll get the 28-inch blade, cut the tip off here, and see if I can make it a cane end. If that doesn't work, I will be cutting the end off this. These hilts have some lights in them. They're not very bright. What I can do is I can pull the copper contact out of the end here and solder up my own that goes into this jewel and put it in the end here. Frost this and see if I could get the whole thing roughly to light up. It won't have the cool animation like a lightsaber, but you know, we will figure it out. So first thing first though, let's go cut this in half and get started on messing around with this. This project is putting on hold the thing I really need to get done, which is my new work table. So we've got the steel laying here. I'll get back to it after Father's Day. So I guess today we are just going to be doing work on the ground. Well, that was easy. Let's go see how it fits. I think we're probably gonna need to scuff it up. All right, the end is cut and it's lightly frosted with some sandpaper. There are built-in LEDs in the end here, so let's see how far they project. Not as far as you would hope, but why don't we throw together something quick for the jewel and see how far we can get that to go. Okay, so now we've got red, green, blue. Okay, so this really looks like an option. So I definitely could make my own. It won't glow to the end, but the whole cane will glow and it'll be this harder polycarbonate or whatever this is. Maybe it's acrylic, probably it's acrylic. Cool, okay, so we have options here. So if I polish up the end here, I bet you more light would come through. I don't know if I could take this rubber bit off, but I bet you it's still polished on that end. Let's see. It's more polished on this end than the others, so let's see if more light makes it through. Definitely does. So if we polish that end, we will get a better effect. Okay, so now we have a couple of plans forward. Let's get to it. So I saw this video on Instagram where someone used a 3D print, covered it in copper foil tape, and made their own circuit boards. So what we're trying to do here is mimic the end. Yeah, so we're trying to mimic the end of one of those Xenopixel blades. This was my first attempt. I used a box cutter, so for the next one I'm going to use the X-Acto and see if I could get a little more accurate. And I'm having to do this because we have to resort to plan B. It looks like the shorter blade will not show up, so either I have to cut down the existing blade that I have, that the thing came with, which maybe that's what I'll do, or I have to make the cane end work. So let's see if we can do both. I think we can cut off a number of LEDs from the blade itself, but let's do this now. Let's see if we can make this work, because it's kind of a fun engineering challenge. Oh, that works way better than the box cutter did. And this one will be for experimenting. I have one more final version of this adapter, this adapter will house a NeoPixel disc, which I don't even know if it speaks the same language, so we're going to find out really soon. That already looks so much better. The thing I was seeing with this is I was getting into an issue where right there in the middle, because I had no finesse, I didn't have confidence that the inner ring and the outer ring would not touch. So let's see if we could get that confidence here. All right, I am relatively happy with that. Now we gotta see if we can solder it. So, time to bust out the electronic field repair kit. One of my first big projects, I would say. And I still use it. It wasn't a gimmick. All right. I think the center is data, the outer is power, and the inner is ground. So let's solder it up with that assumption. All right, let's go ahead and pull these out. So let's go ahead and toss this in. Let's just see if we are getting any voltage. So it's okay. Let's see, does it work? Oh, did for a second. All right, let's just go for broke. Let's just solder it up. All right, let's see what we're doing here. That works. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. So now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut these short. I'm gonna make this again with the final print and solder it all up and glue it together. Let's see if we can get it all pushed through. There we go. Yeah, so now we need to epoxy it together so that the electronics and the actual cane end are not separate pieces. I'm honestly super surprised and very happy this worked as well as it did. Let's get this heating up. And I have to do this because, at least for what we were doing, we couldn't print it in one fell swoop because the PCB is a little bit bigger than this, and I wanted the end to be a snug fit. In the future, I'd probably do like a sleeve type system instead, but for today, We will just melt them together a little bit for strength. Okay, happy with that. Didn't take much, just a little. Hopefully this stuff is non-conductive. Should be enough epoxy. There we go. And we've got some squeeze out, which is kind of good. I kind of expected that. Okay. And this is the end result. I think it came out really good. I mean, check out the end here. The contacts match what came off of the original one, so I think I did a really good job. He was incredibly surprised. Sorry I didn't want to film on Father's Day, but he really loved it. It works pretty well, especially in the dark. It lights all the way through to the end with the frosted acrylic blade. But after I gave it to him, I gave him the option of me going and modifying the original one that came with it to the length he wants. He wants one that's about like 38 to 40 inches long. So we're going to modify this one down to work. And he'll have the option of a sturdy, clear acrylic cane or one that looks like a lightsaber, depending on his situation. So let's go do that. I went and cut about this much off of the saber here from the blade. On looking back at the footage, it was one of the worst angles you could possibly have, and it's not something I want to be forever on the internet, so I'm going to explain to you what I ended up doing. I first started by cutting the tip off, and in doing so, I found that the tip actually had LEDs, and they were cast in. At that point, it meant that, well, I cut through LEDs, so now it's time to go for broke. So what I then did is I cut here, and I found that this end of the blade actually is unscrewable. So we open it up and we see that there are tick marks on here, which typically means with things like NeoPixels that those are valid cut points. So with that, I had a spot that I could reasonably assume I could cut on the blade. And so I unscrewed out of the end here to get to it and found that it's just coated in this foam. You can pull the foam right off, and I cut up to one of the ticks. Then what I did is I pulled this little end off and I was able to access the contacts, and I could test with an Arduino to make sure that I did not, in fact, destroy the whole blade. Thankfully, it was easy enough to just cut on one of the lines and I didn't break anything. So if you need to shorten your blade for something similar, what you need to do is cut it long so you can pull it out and cut to the nearest tick mark like I did. So we did not destroy it. So now we know that the blade still works. We can make this now into a cane. The end point seemed to be cast around the LEDs, but this part just kind of fits down the tube and screws in place. Now I've got the full cane, and what I think I will probably do is 3D print a little cap here to fill this so it's watertight. But for now, we've got a rubber cane end. Looks the part. Now let's make sure that this can still communicate with the modified blade. I think it can. I just have to tell it that it's now a shorter blade. Let's see. There we go. Now let's check the height. It's more like a walking stick. He had asked for 38 inches, so let's give it a measure. Aimed for 40, and I think I did a pretty darn good job. Now he's got this one as well. It's not nearly as stable as the acrylic one, but it does look way cooler. It's way brighter. One of the things I did note to him about is this has significantly less LEDs in it, so it's going to last a lot longer. So if he's out on a really long walk with my mom, then he might want to use this one. It won't look nearly as cool, but it will last the whole time walking around looking at Christmas lights. I really enjoyed this project. At my core, I am an engineer, and this was an engineering task. It was not prop making, it was not home improvement, it was solving a problem with resource constraints that I had in front of me. The constraints were the resources available to us and the time constraint we had to get it done. And I think even if we had more resources and more time, I don't know how much better of a result we could have gotten. I am really happy with this. So I would say that's a successful Father's Day project. We've got option B, which we managed to get done by Father's Day with our custom PCB. It was a ton of work, but I'm really happy with how it came out. And then we've got option A with the modified shortened blade that can be used like a walking stick. It lights up like a lightsaber. So I'm pretty happy with how it came out. I know my dad will be super pleased with this as well. I will be reaching out to the maker of this hilt to see if they're open to producing a blade without the point tip on the end that others can use. Otherwise, it was pretty easy to modify. You saw how that went. Once you cut off the tip and get the length correct, it's pretty easy to update the configuration for this using the app. So we're good to go there. I personally really love these engineering problems. This blade itself was a crazy engineering task. If you're interested in more things like that, please give this video a like and don't forget to subscribe. I'll have more of these coming up, but next up on my list is a workshop table for our new garage. That one will include some woodworking, some metalworking, and welding, whatever is kind of required to get the project done. Anyway, thanks again for watching and making it all the way to the end. Have a nice day.